Greetings from the Carlsbad KOA in New Mexico. Today we are exploring some caverns and who knows what else. Aliens from outer space come to mind. Come join us as we explore the land of enchantment. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV, yeah. Alright, on the road again. This campground here, very nice. I mean, I didn't get to really enjoy all the amenities, but apparently they have a heated pool, and it's fairly clean. I mean, fairly new. Everything, everything works, which is exactly what I needed. Just one quiet night with full hookups. In case you're wondering, our destination is Carlsbad Caverns National Park, which is a little farther than I expected, to be honest. It is a little over an hour drive towing the trailer. In the wrong direction, I might add. We're actually going back south, but I think it is going to be worth the detour. In my experience, when an area gets designated national park, it is for a good reason. And here we are. Oh, exhibit ahead. Let's check it out. Indian Rock Shelter. Let's walk this short trail here to the Indian shelter. Stretch our legs. Oh, there it is, the Indian shelter. Oh wow, really cool. I really like this area of the country so much, and the areas we are slowly approaching. I could almost see them building a cliff dwelling right here. Alright, here we are. They do have RV parking. What a view, huh? But anyways, here we are. In typical national park fashion, they have some exhibits and a gift shop and a restaurant. Let's see what they have. One of the main attractions here is to witness the bat flight, which, spoiler alert, we are not going to do. I don't really feel like staying until evening when it happens, and in order to take videos or pictures you need to get a special permit, so we'll do that some other time. Feels like we're going down into the center of the earth. Ooh, my ears popped. 750 feet, and we've made it. I think we're down. Here we are. They have some more concessions down here, and it looks like they were expecting a lot more people. Let's take the big room route. This is amazing. Like a finely crafted lace drapery or something like that. The camera cannot possibly do it justice. I was expecting to see something magnificent, but so far, this has totally exceeded my expectations. No wonder. This is the largest known natural limestone chamber in the Western Hemisphere. It's like a cathedral in here. Yeah, The 2D video not having depth perception can't really convey the grandness of this place. It does have some of the most beautiful formations I've ever seen on a cave, not only in beauty but in quantity. Everywhere you look is like a work of abstract rock art. This area is called Hall of the Giants, and I can see why. Such exquisite beauty everywhere you look. This area here called Fairyland. I'm glad they have a map, because this place is huge. Some of these formations don't even look naturally occurring. It's almost like some tripping artist designed it all. Just when you think you've seen it all, there's more and more to see, like this small body of water here with all these formations. It's like melted rock and stalactites. Let me tell you, I've been to a few caves in my time, but nothing I've ever seen comes even close to the extravagance and diversity of Carlsbad Caverns here, not to mention its sheer size. Exit to the gift shop. Here they have a model of the cave, so you can get an idea of what you're about to see, or in my case, what you've already seen. You can get an idea of the scale of the whole place. There's even a representation of the visitor center and the elevator. Something tells me there was supposed to be some information here. Well, we got an unobstructed view here. I really didn't think I was going to like this place as much as I did. Very nice. Well, the journey continues. Well, certainly one of the most impressive caves I've ever seen. I know the famous thing here is to see the bats coming out of the caves. That's like the main thing, what everybody talks about.
In 300 feet, turn right onto New Mexico 7 East.
But you know, they don't really let you take pictures of them unless
Take the next right onto New Mexico 7 East.
Unless you get a special permit. And it takes 2 weeks and I didn't have time, so
I'm very happy I did the cave.
Continue
The
on
cave
New
is
Mexico
amazing.
7 East for 7 miles.
The journey continues, although I think I'm going to stop at a couple of these vista points to admire the scenery. Not all that dramatic, but still scenic. Wait till we get to northern New Mexico and Colorado. Here's a tourist-trappy looking place with the faux adobe-style architecture and even a silver alien. This area here, perhaps not the most attractive. I mean, not hideous, just flat desert as we continue pushing north towards Roswell.
No, not the friendliest people in this town here, whatever it's called. Well, I won't generalize, but she was not in a good mood, the lady in there. I got some washer fluid because, as you can see, I'm running out.
I've decided to stay at a state park near Roswell called Bottomless Lakes. And I do not have a reservation, but it being a weekday, chances are I'll probably find a first-come, first-served site. This is it. I found a vacant site. It kind of works on the honor system. You grab an envelope, fill out your information, and put $14 in it. And that's all.
Well, here we are, Lea Lake Campground. It functions kind of...
Well, yeah, it is too windy. Apologies. Cool vintage RV. I digress. Let's go into Roswell. Here we are, the UFO Museum.
Yes, we are in Roswell, New Mexico.
The whole town, of course, has embraced the extraterrestrial motif after the 1947 UFO incident, which Wikipedia calls a conspiracy theory, but I want to believe.
An old theater made into the UFO National Museum.
Well, sure, why not? Let's check it out. It's only $5. Actually, for a museum based on an alleged hoax, it is actually very well presented. Let's listen to the original radio broadcast.
The American Broadcasting Company and affiliated stations present Headline Edition with Taylor Grant. Today's edition presents a roundup of the latest developments in the finding of a flying disc. Late this afternoon, a bulletin from New Mexico suggested that the wacky publicized mystery of the flying saucers may soon be solved. Army Air Force officers reported that one of the strange discs had been found and inspected sometime last week. Our correspondents in Los Angeles and Chicago have been in contact with Army officials endeavoring to obtain all possible late information. Joe Wilson reports to us now from Chicago.
I guess that's a place for people to take pictures of themselves. Oh, I remember this movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still. These are the aliens that supposedly were captured, and they did autopsies and all kinds of experiments. Hello, E.T. I'm gonna take a quick selfie here with my buddies from outer space. They have a bunch of grainy pictures of the many UFO sightings. You know what I find funny? Wouldn't you think that nowadays that we all carry a pretty high-quality camera in our pockets all the time, that we will see more and more of these UFO sighting pictures? You would think Instagram would be full of them. I still want to believe, though. Oh, I remember reading about this. The Palenque astronaut. It was this giant stone slab dating back to 683 AD found in Mexico with this head-scratcher of an image of a man who seems to be piloting a spacecraft. Or is he?
Project Mogul was code name for a top-secret Army Air Corps balloon device utilizing common, unclassified materials, including microphones for the long-distance detection of sound waves within the...
Let me tell you, there is so much stuff here that you could definitely spend over an hour exploring all the exhibits. Oh, and there is a depiction of the famous alien autopsy. There's even supposed to be a film of it. The whole Star Wars thing here. Well, yeah, Star Wars, why not? And there's a pretty sizable gift shop with all kinds of books on the subject of UFOs and souvenirs. Overall, I liked it. Definitely a unique museum, especially if you are into this sort of thing. Well, let's check this place out. Well, yeah, can't leave Roswell without at least getting a couple of t-shirts or a sticker for Minitini the trailer. And this place seems pretty legit, right across the street from the museum. They've got lots of stuff in there. Got me a couple of t-shirts, a sticker for Minitini, and now I think that's all we're gonna do here today. Really neat place here. Actually, let's go for a little walk. I don't know, man. Well, this is where we started. This is where we're ending. Here's a nice view of Lea Lake, which happens to be one of the bottomless lakes here, which are technically sinkholes actually. And that's Minitini down there. And it is very windy. Let's check out the lake. The park was bustling with activity earlier. Lots of families, probably locals, but it seems to have died down a little bit later in the day. There's like a little beach here. There are still some families here by the beach. Yes, they already closed this area where they rent you the paddle boats. It is actually a very nice park. Maybe I'll go for a hike tomorrow morning. Alright, let me turn off the AC here for a second so you can hear me. And by the way, I'm back to the Sony camera. And I'm hungry. And the sun is going to set soon here at the Bottomless lakes. And I'm gonna make a dish that believe it or not, I have never made before. I'm gonna make some chicken fajitas. I'm gonna cut some bacon and saute him here. And at the same time, I'm going to slice the chicken, saute here too, if they fit. And then I'm gonna add some onions. It's gonna be awesome. Put some salt, pepper, let's do some paprika. And since we don't have real garlic, I'm just gonna add some garlic. Let me just when it really starts cooking, I'll add the oregano and cumin. I really need to get me a skillet with a top. Let's do the onions. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit of paprika and a little bit of oregano, a little bit of cumin. Okay, let's crank it up all the way. Add the onions. I'm gonna save the other chicken breast and the onions for tomorrow. And I'm sorry, but I had to turn on the AC. It's getting hot in here. Vino seco, it's magic. Alright everybody, bon appetit. Check that out. It's dinner with a view of the lake. Well, good morning. Let's go for a little run here. And by the way, little bunny rabbits everywhere. Beautiful day here. Well, yeah. Just did a little bit. I forgot to bring my bug spray. Well, if the wind dies down a little bit, up goes the drone. Yeah. This little lake, very cool discovery, this state park. I like it. Up in the air goes the drone. Alright, let's put some miles behind us. Almost 250 to be exact. I want to finally go into the mountains and put this hot weather behind us, for a couple of days at least. We're going to stay at a Harvest Host location this time, a winery called Black Mesa, which is more or less in between Santa Fe and Taos. And this is going to take pretty much the rest of the day, so enjoy the ride.
Riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding, I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah. Riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, and 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding, I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah.
Your destination is on the right.
Well, it has been a long drive, so I am ready for some wine and relaxation.
The Black Mesa Winery.
Yeah, we've arrived here. The rain has stopped. This is called Black Mesa Winery. Very nice. The guy who told me just to park on this side, you know. They don't have the hugest, the largest parking lot, but at least they can accommodate one, maybe two over there. It's a little muddy on that side. The only negative I find so far is that there's absolutely no AT&T cell phone coverage here. There's no cell phone coverage here, but they do have a pretty fast Wi-Fi. The only caveat is that it doesn't reach all the way to the RV, so I'm gonna have to come with a laptop if I want to do some research or get some work done. And that we must.
I guess that's where the owners live. Very nice. All right, daily wine tasting, $8 per person.
What can I say? They had me at wine tasting.
This is Tempranillo.
They also have a Malbec. Such a nice person, the owner, and such a nice place, actually. I like this place a lot.
Try the Malbec now. Well, the sun's back out, as you can see. Very good wines they have in there. And all of them New Mexico wines, and a lot of them grown here in their own vineyard. Great place. The only negative, there's no AT&T service, but that's not their fault, right? And they do have excellent Wi-Fi. It just doesn't reach all the way out here. Let me see if I can go. There's a river. Actually, maybe I can fly the drone.
By the way, this is the town of Velarde, New Mexico. And this river? This is the Rio Grande. The same Rio Grande that further downstream serves as the border between the United States and Mexico, and we saw it a few days ago back in Texas. I'm going to spend the rest of the day here, catching up on some work and planning the next couple of days. On the next episode, Taos, New Mexico.
I'm riding